Apologies. I was had somebody knocked on my door. So we are through with the oh yeah, the last don't. The last don't. So we did what was the first one? Let me just check. Now I acting up. Oh, come on. Anyway, so let's do the last don't. The last don't is do not abuse drugs. Okay? Do not abuse drugs. I don't understand why this thing is misbehaving. Thank God to me a laptop. My computer just decides to. Anyway, the first, the last don't is do not abuse drugs. The first do, take charge of your life and those under your wing, authority and protection. Take charge of your life and those under your wing, those under your authority and protection. So you need to have people under your authority who you are taking care of. Do not just take care of everybody. This is a dangerous world. It's a dangerous world out here. It's a dangerous world out here. Okay? So you're not, and anything can happen. You can be put in a situation where you have to come in and defend, and that might lead you to losing your life. So don't be out here just protecting everybody. Somebody has to be under your protection, under your authority. Okay? Then you have to be stoic. That means you have to be in control of your emotions. You have to be in control of your emotions. Don't do things out of anger. Don't think out of jealousy. Don't do things out of love. Do them out of logic. When somebody asks you, mbona ulifanya hivyo, you can give an explanation. You have a plan. There is a reason why you did what you did. So, sawa? Okay. This is very important. You are supposed to do some introspection, so look inside. Retrospection, look backwards. And prospection, look forward. So look inside, especially when you are in trouble, when you have challenges, when you are stuck. Look inside. What is happening to me? When you are always angry, when you are easily triggered, what is happening to me? Look inside, then look behind, look backwards. Why am I where I am today? Why am I in this situation today? Especially if it is a bad situation. There is a mistake you made huko nyuma. So where did I make that mistake? And what was the mistake? Because unless you identify where you went wrong, you have no idea what to do. Okay? Now, prospection is to look forward. So I am here. So if I take this road, where is the possible destination? So let's say umeingilia drugs, and now you can't stay without using those drugs. So you look forward 5-10 years, what will be happening to me because of this habit that I've formed now. Okay, so that is something you need to, that's very important. Alafu need to be earning a living. Work. It doesn't matter what kind of work, as long as you are earning a living. Okay, if you want to go into illegal business, good for you, but prospection means that in the near future you have to contend with the law. So what does that mean for you? I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do. As in, I'm just giving you a rough do's and don'ts. This is what you do, this is what you don't do. So you need to work, you need to earn a living. So if you can avoid anything illegal, the better. If you can find something you love doing, even better. But that does not mean that everyone you see out here loves their job. Some of us hate our jobs. But we know we have to earn a living. Money doesn't grow from trees. And some of the passions some of us have are so expensive that following them up makes us more broke. So we are working, we are earning, but the passions we are pursuing, the things we love to do, Some of them are very expensive. And it doesn't mean that watu wa sherehe or anything. It can be something worthwhile, like learning a trade. Some earning some skills is very expensive. So you are doing a job you hate or you don't like, and then using a majority of that money to build a skill into something you like, so that hopefully in future you can transit from this job that you don't like and start doing something that you like and earn a living from it. That 9 to 5, very important. Keep at it. It's what is putting food on your table. But that does not mean you're not also supposed to pursue things you like doing. It is good for you. It gives you meaning. It makes you feel happy. Do it. This is a bit controversial. Marry, start a family, have children. Marry, start a family, have children. Why? Because if you are a masculine man, then it is important that you raise the next generation that understands and appreciates masculine men. Because today, what we have these effeminate men and weak men, these feminists, these delusional women. It is up to the masculine men to marry, vet their women well. You remember those women I told you to avoid? If you avoid all of them and you find yourself a good spouse and you start a family and you start raising kids and you raise them well, that means that they are going to take mm, your vision, your way of life into the future. And then they also start a family, so it continues. So if enough of men, if enough of masculine men can do that, then we can root out all these weak men. You know what? These weak men are marrying and having children. So these men who are out here, me, I can't marry because that's nonsense. Because women are this, women are that. Number one, need to learn how to vet women. And this is something I tell my friends. Unahitaji character development when you are young. You need character development when you are young enough before you get married. So you need to know, you need to learn the nature of women. And the only way you learn the nature of women is by having a woman take you for a crazy ride, break your heart so bad that you learn. So that experience that is making you all angry and you are caught up in all your feelings, that was a lesson. You need to take that lesson and put it in your life. Now, this is something I don't believe in. I don't believe in baby daddy and baby mamas. That is something I don't. If that is something you believe in, I don't know. Because now, a child needs a mother and a father in the house. So if you're a baby daddy, that means you're not in the house. How do you know? Because children love by watching, by observation. So if you have sons and the only thing they observe is your wife, how she dresses, how she walks, how she talks, then they go to school, and we know a majority of primary school teachers are female. So he sees how these women, so these women are in authority here, the mother is in the authority at home. So he has not experienced the authority of a man. So how does he know that he needs to be in control of his emotions? How does he know that a man is supposed to funga towel kwa kiuno na si hapa kwa kifua? How? Who will teach him? Who, if not you? And you don't have to teach him how kuvaa towel, because if you are in the house he will see you ukifunga towel na bibi yako akifunga towel hapa juu, and then that might prompt a curiosity, aulize mbona unafungaga towel hapa chini na mama anafungiaga hapa juu, and then you can teach him the ways, or he can learn and say, hey, you know what, because boys are so close to their dads, they want to be their dads, so he will start imitating you and emulating you. So you don't have to teach him valia nini hapa chini kwa waist. No. Now, we have people under our authority and under our protection, and we need to give them the best. So when you are giving your family the best, put the best also aside for yourself. Because life is unfair. Shit happens. Who knows? In future, your wife might change, your kids might change, they might gang up against you. We've seen enough of that happening. So you need to have something aside for you. Don't spend 100% on them. The most you need to spend on them is 60, and then 30 on you. And then the 10 unaweka kando, emergencies and stuff. This is something I'm trying to do even in my life, even today. Right? They are under your protection, you're supposed to provide for them. So when you're providing for them, you need also to provide for you. So when you get old and the kids are abroad and the wife decides, you know what, I also want to go live abroad, you're like, when are you leaving? Or when she decides, you know what, I don't need to live with this man, I am okay, the kids are grown, I need to go and live my life, you're like, I'm good. We all know that testosterone yetu inashuka. And when women get to a certain age, joto yao ya mwili inapanda. So there's a situation where mnapitana. Yeye ako juu, wewe unaenda chini. So she might decide to get herself a kabenten. Alafu aone wewe ushazeeka, hakuna tunaweza mfanyia. So she decides to move out akuache. So instead ya wewe kukaa pale kushindukilia, oh bibi yangu aliniwacha, nani atanipikia, nani atanifanyia, you already have enough financial muscle to get what you want. You are set up good enough that you are not suffering. Right? You're set up so good that you can move out of that town and go start a life somewhere else. Now, the last do is you need to have male friends, not male acquaintances or male people I know, male friends. People that you can occasionally sit, have a few drinks if you're the drinking type, if you are the Bible types, do what you do, but you are in that circle. These are the places where you need to offload your burdens. And then you let also your friends offload. Sometimes there is this thing that happens to say, man, you're feeling bad. You're feeling really, really bad. Your life is not going as you wanted it to go, and everything. You had all these dreams and kila kitu. And when you're sitting with your friends, you offload. And then a friend of yours might say, you know what? I look at you and I admire you. I want to be like you. Where you are, that's where I want to be. Why? Because mimi niko huko chini kabisa. This is what I'm going through. This is what is happening. Until unaona, oh shit. Kumbe what I thought was bad is actually equal. It's not as bad as I thought. It could be worse. So probably you are angry at your wife kwa sababu alifanya something and you feel umeanza ku throw tantrums na kila kitu. Sometimes men we get emotional. It happens. We are human. And then you come and you tell your friends, this is what I'm planning because she did this and she did this and it is not unacceptable, nice to, and hivyo vitu zote. And then a man just tells you, you know what? My wife is doing this, this, and this. So you look at what that person is going through and what is going through kwa nyumba yako, and you're like, oh, I'm in paradise. Or you sit down and they tell you about a friend who went through this and this and this. And then you sit down and you're like, oh, I must have married an angel. So you came out of your house so pissed until you went and had other experiences, and then you're like, okay, That is something we can sort. That does not mean that you as a man, you take nonsense from your wife or you go give her nonsense. No, it's an opportunity to go sit down with her. So probably alifanya kitu ya ushenzi. I know you are so caught up in your feelings and sasa umeanza kufanya vitu za ujinga, or you're starting to make some weird plans. And then you realize, oh, it was not that bad. We can go there and we can have a conversation as adults because we have children, because we have this, because we have that, and we need to build this thing. All right? They are your source of support. Number one, these men are your source of social support. And number two, they are the people who call you out on your BS. I have friends. We sit down and sometimes we just say, so and so, what you're doing to your kids is unacceptable. What you're doing to your wife is unacceptable. You need to sort that shit out. So we call each other out. We are not only there for support, but we're also there to call each other out because of our BS. When somebody is misbehaving, they hold us accountable. So Mwega, ulisema unataka kufanya hivi, New Year resolution yako ilikuwa hii, umefika wapi? Oh, unajua kumekuwa ngumu. No, the question is umefika wapi? Sijaanza, kwa nini hujaanza? And then I start spewing beer. They're like, wacha ujinga bwana. Hiyo ni utoto. Oh, I don't have money. They say, siku fulani you earn this. Siku fulani you earn this. Siku fulani you earn this. Give us your expenses. Oh, nilifanya hivi, nilifanya. Oh, hapo ndio pesa yako ilipotelea. Because uko na ujinga. If you stop doing that, then that money you can put it here. It's not too late for you to start. So we call each other out and we encourage each other. And I appreciate them. They are my friends. They are my male friends. I appreciate them. Old men, sifa kwenyu. Now, masculine and masculinity ni kitu very wide. The most important thing is you as a man to be your mental frame of origin. Just be wewe ndio mental point of origin ni wewe. Not your kids, not your wife, not your job, not Jesus, you. Because ultimately you are responsible for you. So when you put yourself your mental point of origin, you hold yourself accountable. You hold yourself responsible. So you're not going to blame others when you fuck up. You're not going to blame others when you... No. Me. I fucked up. So that has been the masculine men. I'm going to try to do this, a couple of them in a couple of months. Who knows, it might help mtu mwenye ako mahali where they are trying to find some resources that can guide them about how to be a man in the modern society. Listen, the issues are the same. Traditional, modern, future, the issues are the same. Don't make women a priority for you. Don't top priority. Of course, they have to be. Lazima wakwe priority. We are human beings. However, wasikwe the number one priority. The number one priority should be you, me. And then the number two priority should be, I need to build me. So that means I need to get wealth. I need to build wealth. Okay? I need to work. I need to build a skill. Hata kama ni a skill that is yours. That people call you and you charge them for that skill. And then start a family. There is something about a family that accelerates the maturity of men. So yeah, uko over 18 umepatiwa ID. Oh yeah, so you are working, but the moment you get married, if you find the right spouse. So I guess the next one tutaongelea, how do you vet a good wife or a good spouse or a good enough? Utaipata perfect. Just the same, wewe uko na history, bibi yako pia uko, kama uko unmarried, bibi yako pia uko unmarried, pia anagather history. So it's been good having you. For those who are coming to watch after the fact, like, subscribe to the channel. especially if you're a young man, even an old man, who knows? We can start a dialogue up hivi online, because remember, there are a lot of boys out there who are being raised by single women. And the people who made these women pregnant are other men. See, where other men. Now, men, if you have sons, these sons will go to school with these boys. If you have daughters, these daughters will go to school with these boys. These daughters might even get married to these boys. So as we work towards telling women to stop having children out of wedlock, you already understand that kuna wale already wako na watoto out of wedlock. And these children are the ones who will be holding a gun, a knife, mugging you. So if there is something small tunaweza fanya hapa tu online, conversations kama hizi, something else is coming up. I'm working on something about mentorship for boys. Not only boys all Americans on a single mothers, but simply boys. Because some of us fathers are also fucking up. We're doing a very bad job. So we need also to pull up our socks. So that's something that is coming pale for future. However, this is something I think it is good to kurudishia society. I'm very good in talking, so I'm like, why can't I just talk in front of a camera? Alafu hii kitu ikuwa online, so that kesho somebody can come and see it and it might help, or they can come and see it and get triggered, which is still also imemsaidia. Alright, so asanteni sana. Thank you for joining. My name is Mwegas. This has been the Mwegas Show, and this is the Hangout Podcast. And today we've been talking about the masculine man, because in this channel it's all about men, masculinity, and manhood. Until next time.